So we have a spring over here, and let the force applied be F, which is in the upward direction. So there will be a compression, so that compression is X. So you can also see this as if the force is applied downwards, then there will be the spring will extend, so that how much the spring extends is X. So the formula is F is equals to Kx. K is the constant, spring constant.
So as you can see over in this formula, the force which is applied is directly proportional to the displacement of the spring. So what exactly is this K, also called as the spring constant? Okay. So this K is fixed for a particular spring made up of a particular material. Okay. So let's say if you have a spring made up of copper with a particular thickness, the K of that spring will be constant within the reasonable limits. Okay. And similarly, if you let's say have another big spring of let's say iron, the K of that spring will be different. Okay. But for a particular spring, the K remains always constant, and the force is directly proportional to the displacement of the spring. Okay, either the extension or the contraction. So this K, or which is also called as spring constant, is actually a measure of the stiffness of the spring. This is very important. So K is nothing but a measure of the stiffness of the spring. So let's say you have two springs, one with stiffness as K0 and other with stiffness as K1. And depending if let's say this spring is more stiff than the earlier spring, then K1 will actually be greater than K0. So K, which is the spring constant, is nothing but a measure of the stiffness of the spring. Okay, so a spring may be more stiff than the other spring. Okay, and this why this is very important to understand is because we are going to solve a number of sums in which the springs will be put either in series or in parallel, and you need to understand what happens when springs are put in series or in parallel, what happens in to the equivalent stiffness or equivalent spring constant. Now let's try to solve a very simple sum. Okay, in this sum what we have is a spring with a spring constant of 5000 Newton per meter. As we have mentioned earlier, every spring has a spring constant. Okay, so the spring constant of this spring is around 5000 Newton per meter, and what I have done is that I have attached a 1 kg weight, okay, to this spring. So you need to tell me the displacement of this spring. So how long will the spring extend?
As we know, the relationship of the force applied on the string to the displacement is F is equals to Kx. So K is the constant which is given to us, which is 5000 Newton per meter. Now let's find out the force applied on the block. The force applied on the block will be mg, which is mass of the block, which is 1 into, let us take the gravitational acceleration as 10. So the force applied is 10. Then let's put this in this equation, which is 10 is equals to spring constant is 5000 into x. So x is equal to 10 upon 5000, which is 0.002 meters. So the spring will extend to 0.002 meters.
So let's try to understand what happens when springs are connected in series. What you see over here are two springs. Okay, the first spring has an elastic constant or a spring constant of K1, and this is connected in series with another spring where the spring constant is K2. And now we need to find out what is the equivalent elastic constant of this whole setup. Okay, so from here to here, what's the equivalent elastic? And the formula is very simple. So 1 upon K equivalent equals to 1 upon K1 plus 1 upon K2. Now if you solve this, we'll get K1 plus K2 upon K1 K2. So you can also write it as K equivalent equals to K1 K2 upon K1 plus K2. So very important formula for understanding the equivalent spring constant when two springs are connected in series. Now let's try to see what happens when you have two springs. Okay, two identical springs having the same spring constant connected in series. Now looking at the formula, the K equivalent would be K into K divided by K plus K. So what you end up as getting is K square upon 2K, and that is K upon 2. Very interesting. So if you see over here, the equivalent spring constant is K upon 2, where 2 is the number of springs. So if you can visualize it, the equivalent spring constant, which is a measure of the stiffness, right, of a spring, actually reduces when springs are connected in series. This is very important, right? So if you have three springs connected in series, 1, 2, 3, all of them with the same stiffness, then the equivalent stiffness of this setup will be K divided by 3. Now let's try to understand what happens when two springs are connected in parallel. Okay, in this case we have two springs, the first spring with a stiffness quotient or spring constant of K1 and the second spring with K2. So the equivalent spring constant would be K1 plus K2. Very simple formula. Now what happens if the springs are similar? Okay, so if the springs are similar, the K will be constant, so we'll get K plus K equals to 2K, and to generalize this it will be Nk, where N is the number of springs in parallel. So if you have identical springs, then this is the simple formula which you can use to quickly find out the equivalent stiffness quotient or the equivalent spring constant of a number of identical springs in parallel. Okay, and remember, for series it's the reverse. For series it would be K divided by N. So when you connect identical springs in series, the equivalent constant or the stiffness actually reduces, whereas when you connect identical springs in parallel, the stiffness actually increases, and hence K, which is the spring constant, increases by multiplying by N, whereas in series it reduces, it is divided by N.